Greetings all, I am Smelly B and I'd like to welcome you to or back to my channel where the discussion is all fragrance all the damn time. Again, I am Smelly B and to do a bit of housekeeping, let me lead with the disclaimer that I am by no means an expert. I have no aspirations toward being an expert. I am simply a polo gal who loves and feels deeply fragrances in my soul. I can't talk about it all day. I can listen to people talk about it all day. And that's where you come in and that I invite you to join the conversation. Tell me what you love, what you hate. Give me feedback on what I'm expressing to be my feelings and experiences of these fragrances. I'm open to it all. I hope you enjoy your time here. And all of that out of the way, let's get into what I want to talk about today. So this one, I saw a lot in the, sort of in the community with people doing reviews of it over and over again. I always saw the funky little bottle type and it intrigued me, but because I saw it so repetitively popping up and everybody, I tend to, I have an aversion to the beaten path, if that makes any sense. And I'm petty like that. If I see what more than a certain amount of people, I'm like, yeah, and I don't want it. So when shopping for fragrances the other day, I went through the perfume counter. I think I was in Nordstrom. And the essay, did her best to try and help me, but it's really hard to get me sold on the fragrance just because I really, really need something to rock my world, something unique, something that doesn't have the same bones as everything else, And designers, is you're really hard pressed to find something unique. Anyway, trying to help a homegirl out and say, you know what, let me help you with what I like and describe to her, the notes I enjoy, the types of fragrances, the vibe I want, the person I am. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to smell like a bird's home. I don't want to smell like a field of flowers. None of that. I don't want to smell like an apology at all ever. So, just trying to give her a little help. She was like, well, you might like this one here. She showed me the bottle. Let me smell it. We here now. Let me go ahead and smell it. And the bottle she showed me was none other than Armani C Intense, the 2021 release. Giorgio Armani C Intense. So this one, I hadn't seen this particular juice in this particular bottle. I see the red one. Trying to think of what other colors there are. But I always know about a little top, and sort of I like the script on the front. So it's intriguing to me for that way. And also, admittedly, I like the bottle because it reminds me of late 80s, early 90s-ish, that time period where, shoulder pads were all the rage and narrow-waisted suits that sort of, I forget what you call that particular cut, that sort of flewed out at the bottom, a pencil skirt, kitten heel shoes, and real teased hair, giving Robin Givens and Boomerang. That aesthetic, the aesthetic of that time, this particular bottle takes me there, and I have fond memories of that time period. So I like it for that reason. Neither here nor there. I smelled it and I like it. I like this. I didn't want to, but I really, really like this. So let's get into it. First of all, let me put the bottle up a little closer. I should have brought out the box. But at this point, y'all all know this. I'm not showing you nothing you haven't seen before. I'm just going to tell you what I like about it. See? Cool, right? Okay. So at first sniff to me, I think why I liked it was because it came across, dare I say, boozy to me. Although there is nary a booze note in this fragrance. It's just that it has a particular tang. It's got a tanginess to it that doesn't quite cross over into tart. So I'm like, what would produce that, that tanginess without being boozy? So I'm sniffing, and couldn't put my finger on it. So I did search up the notes, our beloved Fragrantica, where we all go to learn and worship. The top note is black currant syrup. Eureka. That makes it make sense. Why it's got a tartness to it that doesn't have quite it doesn't bite It doesn't cross over. I'm sorry, a tanginess to it that doesn't cross over into tart. It doesn't make my mouth water in the way that more citrusy fragrances tend to. It sort of idles right there on that, in the tang range. Moving on to the middle. It's so good. Oh, I like this. It's Turkish Rose and Divana in the mid. And you definitely do get a nice creamy presentation of that rose. And I'm real finicky about rose. Rose is not something I, lean toward at all. Like it's real. It's got to be well disguised, accompanied by the right set of friends. Like it's got to be right. And this is good to me. This is a rose I can do. It's got sort of a candied feel to it to me. It's like it's sugary some, resinous a bit, and I think that's due to the benzoin. You got benzoin here and patchouli in the base of this, and my beloved patchouli that everyone hates. It's okay, more patchouli for me. Loves me some patchouli. Altogether, just work well. All of this just works really, really nicely to me. It wears quite long. I've worn it to bed. It woke up the next day and it hadn't missed a beat. It's waiting for me in the morning. I really enjoyed this, and it taught me a lesson in not being so freaking stubborn. Like just because I see things repetitiously all over. It's a particular pink bottle I see all the time that I refuse to purchase. And I love it, but I refuse to purchase it just because I'll be damned if I walk in a place and smelling like Sally, Tammy, Louisa, and all. Like I don't want to smell like everybody else. This one though, I have no regrets. I'm glad I let my guard down and decided to take a sniff of this, because this is one I'll probably wear every day for work. I don't know if everyone will wear this to work, but like I said, I ain't no punk, and I do what I want. So this is something I will wear during the day to work. Have not yet, but will. I really enjoy this. Kudos. I'm not sure. I have no idea. This is a flanker for something that's been done and done and done. I have no idea how comparable it is to the original. I have no idea what the original even looks like. I don't know which one of those bottles to call the original, but I like where this is landed. I love this. I love it. I love it. This is something I probably would purchase again whenever I finally empty this big old jug of a bottle. I'll buy this again, and I do recommend it. I find this will probably be hard not to like. I do think it's a semi-safe blind buy, so if you come across and you got a little coin to spend, go for it. Maybe a smaller bottle. Go for it. Do this. I think you'll like it. I do. All that said, meet me in the comments. Let me know how you feel about it. If you want to school me on the original through the line and how we arrived here. If there's anything else I ought to check out, now that you know I love this one, advise me. I'm wide open. I declare I am. Or if you want to comment just to say hello. Hey y'all. You know what, I'm here. I'm in it for this. Talk to me. I'm wide open. Till next time I upload, be well. Deuces.